let's rewind. Gold old flicks, it's review time. Mac movie reviews bring the heat. Your throwback fix every week, so sweet.
George Clooney is one of the most iconic actors for numerous generations. So many roles he has done have stood the test of time, and the same can be said for the films he has directed, for the most part. Some of the films he's directed have not stuck the landing. In case in point is today's topic of Flashback Friday, number 10, that's 2017 Suburbicon.
These animals killed Mom.
Nothing like this ever happened here.
They develop a nose for hanky-panky. Hi, pal.
I have to make decisions, like what's best for the family.
Suburbicon, October 27th.
Suburbicon is a 2017 black comedy film directed by George Clooney and co-written by Clooney, Joel Cohen, Ethan Cohen, and Grant Heslov. The film stars Matt Damon, Julianne Moore, Noah Jupe, and Oscar Isaac, and follows a mild-mannered father who must face his demons after a home invasion shakes his quaint neighborhood in 1959. Now, at first glance, seeing that Clooney is directing and you have a star power cast such as Damon, Isaac, and more, and it's a dark comedy, that should be a recipe for success. Maybe even Oscar nominations. I remember I watched this movie back in 2017, and when I saw that initial trailer of just the absolute chaotic nature of it and just showing that, like, oh, Matt Damon's this quiet guy, but he probably has a dark secret. He's probably have to bust some head and kick some ass. Like, this is going to be a really cool film, but like one of the characters getting hit by a fire truck in this film, and you add in Clooney's misses in his directing career, the recipe you get for Suburbicon is a big old cluster mess of a film. I will say two of the best parts of Suburbicon would be both the cast and the ability to balance both the dark humor and serious elements to it. The cast is an amazing job. Noah Jupe was really good as the son in this film, but Matt Damon and Julianne Moore played their parts very well. I think that's strong writing on their characters' part from the writers and directors, of course, but you know, they're very talented actors on their own right, so were able to elevate that content as well too. And even Oscar Isaac, like, he wasn't in the movie a lot, he was in it near the end, but he still does a good job with his role as well too. There's really good performances all around. And the balance between the dark humor and the serious portions of the film were done very well. Like, one moment this film will have you go, oh, shit's going down, like when something happens in the beginning of the film that you've probably seen the trailers will happen. I'll spoil it. The mom gets killed. You're like, oh, that's dark. Like, holy shit. But then, like, 10-15 minutes later or halfway through the film, you're already laughing. And it does a good job of not having one element overtake the other one. So I will give Suburbicon that. But where the film really falls apart is the plot and its pacing. And like I said, which is a shame because the trailer, the plot looked like it would be the driving force to put some butts in the seats. Within the first half hour of the film, you can easily guess where the story is heading. And once you figured it out, the film kind of falls apart. There's a real pacing issue once you get to the second act, in which it feels like it's all over the place. It lacks focus and glazes over key plot points to get to the third act, which I will say the third act in Suburbicon makes up for the second act so much. It still has some pacing problems and there's some, you know, kind of plot inconsistencies, but it's still entertaining and leads to the climax and the falling action and the resolution of the film pretty well. But with the pacing, there's just no sense of building. There's no direction of how it wanted to be. It had those moments of that slow burn, especially near the beginning of the film, but like I mentioned with the second act, even the third act, it has those moments of just kind of being all over the place and lacking that direction. It's kind of like a pacing whiplash where it wants to go. And I think with, you know, this sort of plot that you have going on for Suburbicon, you're able to think like, okay, well, once we figure out what's going on in the second act of the film, the third act should just be like this crazy action sequences. And there are action sequences in the third film, or the third act, not the third film. There's no other Suburbicon film, thank God. But it isn't warranted. Like, it feels so out of place to what's been building up to it. And then the ending is just a nice, calm day, which, honestly, I think that was the point of the writers, but even still, it's just all over the place. Overall, after 8 years, Suburbicon is still let down. Like, I gave it another watch. You know, I was 17 when I first watched it, and now I'm 25 years old. And I can remember when I watched that first trailer, I was excited to see what this film was about. And it's still pretty disappointing. There are some good moments with the comedy, and the performances are solid as well too. But once you watch it, it's something that you won't remember in a few days. If you like dark humor, Coen films, or Clooney, give it a watch. I'm going to give Suburbicon a final grade of a D+. So let me know down in the comments below, what did you think of Suburbicon, and what's your favorite George Clooney directed film? Until next time, I've been Mac from Mac Reviews, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace. Hey, if you like this video, make sure you check out one of my other reviews on my channel, and stay tuned for the next one.